All right, the first thing we've kind of got going here is I purchased this acrylic file organizer a few months back. Actually, I think I've had it for quite a while, but I use this basically to store the palettes I'm currently rotating. I have the Z palette that has my steel and the light palette, and then there are, I want to say there's 4 organizers that I pretty much am able to fit quite a few of my palettes in. So I've got the Lorac Mega Pro here, the Naked 2, the It Cosmetics Celebration palette that was the Christmas last year release, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I've depotted a lot of my blushes into the Sephora Z palette, so that way I will do a better job of rotating them. I also have the Lorac Mega Pro 2, the Tarte Bon Voyage palette, the Urban Decay Electric palette. I've got plans to use quite a few of the shades with my summer look as I pan Sunset. Also to the L'Oreal La Palette Nude number 2. I wanted to have some plum shades since that Stila palette is so brown. And then also the Lorac Pro 2. So definitely go check out your office supply stores, Targets and Walmarts. These acrylic file organizers are fantastic to put your palettes in. And basically what I do is, I was inspired by Megan with her video on her weekly makeup basket with the acrylic storage. So I just put this file organizer on top of that drawer storage. Makes it really easy to reach for my makeup throughout the day. So let's go on and get into the drawers. All right, now as far as this drawer system goes, it has 4 separate drawers. I happen to find this set up at Michael's, but I have not seen them at any Michael's location since. So if you're wanting something similar, I've definitely seen this exact configuration on Amazon. You can get it for less than $20, so definitely worth checking out. It holds quite a bit of makeup, and it'll probably be listed under jewelry storage when you look for it online. The way that I've kind of used this is I'm using it as my everyday essentials, but also I'm planning ahead, and I've pulled products from my collection so that I'm ready to shop my stash and continue panning my Steel and the Light palette. Let's kind of go with what I'm going to work with this summer after I finish the Night Sky shade, kind of these bronzy tones. I recently got this cream shadow from Flower Beauty at Walmart that is in the shade Sheer Sands. I thought that this would be really, really pretty with that sunset shade from the Stila and the Light palette. Just real easy every day. Don't have to think about much of a lid color. So I wanted to try that out and see how I feel about the brand in general. They are cruelty-free if you are interested. But also too, I went through and pulled out my L'Oreal Infallible shade in Amber Rush. I'd like to be able to finish this off by the end of the summer. I also recently picked up this Maybelline Master Prime Illuminating Eye Primer. I thought it'd be a nice change up. It's definitely a lighter tone than something like Bad to the Bronze, but it's got a really metallic finish, kind of like the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks if you want a really decent comparison. So that's that illuminating primer. I thought that would be fun to try out for the summer. Also too, I'm looking to pan some brown liners. I will be finishing this NYX eyeliner in dark brown, so I figured let's just go on and polish that off. And also I want to completely just go on and finish this L'Oreal Infallible liner, also in a dark brown shade. Once I finish those, I thought it'd be fun to pull out a purple liner, so I pulled out this Maybelline Eye Studio liner in the shade Eggplant. It's a really rich purple color. I thought this would be fun to wear on my upper lash line. And then on my lower lash line, I'd like to go on and pan this Revlon Eye Kajal in Purple Rain. And I figured this nude color would be pretty in my waterline. So pretty much my summer look. And if you're wondering what I'm going to do with this mascara, I really like to layer bright, colorful mascaras on top of black. It brightens your eyes, makes the whites of your eyes look brighter, and also kind of updates your look to make it appropriate for summer if you're wearing some of those darker colors. So I pulled this Hard Candy mascara, and it's a really bright, insane purple color, I'll be very honest with you, but it's going to be really pretty with those bronzy tone shades. So that's pretty much where I'm going with this look. Now let's get into the next look. Okay, with this next drawer, this is kind of where I'm thinking with the shades Luster, Bubbly, and Gilded Gold. I was kind of a little bit stumped. I wanted to shake up my looks, and so I thought pulling some of these golds, bronzes, and blues would be a really awesome way to kind of change up the way I'm panning. So I I went through my stash and I shopped for, in particular, this Maybelline Eye Studio liner in the shade Sapphire. Well, just like that eggplant color, I thought this would be really fun to wear on my upper lash line. And then I'm thinking of setting it with this L'Oreal Infallible shade in Midnight Blue. It's a really intense cobalt color. So I figured during the summer this would be really awesome on my lower lash line as well as upper lash line, just to kind of shake things up, and why not find a use for blue eyeshadow. Then also too, I'm thinking with Gilded Gold and Luster in particular, I wanted to pull out the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. Easy, don't have to think about eyeshadow base. And also too, I was thinking of changing it up with this Maybelline Color Tattoo in Shimmering Seas, just to kind of give me a duochrome effect, and it looks really pretty under that Gilded Gold shade. So looking very much forward to using that. And then I also thought, you know, with the bluish green kind of bronzy colors, I wanted to pull out this L'Oreal Infallible shade in Smoldering Plum, especially for my lower lash line. I also figured I could use it with the eggplant eyeliner from the previous drawer. And then also too, as I pan bubbly, I want to finish off this Buxom Cream shadow in the shade Poodle. It's just a really pretty white gold color. So I definitely plan to polish that off before the end of summer. And then two liners in particular, I wanted to pull out a black base because Luster is one of those shades that I think I'm going to have to play around with and work to see how I really, really like it. So I thought a black base would be really fun. This is just a matte Rimmel Scandalized Kohl pencil. And also too, I pulled out this Buxom liner. It's kind of a pewter shade. Here is a swatch of it right here. I thought that would be pretty with Luster layered on top. All right, this next drawer is literally my everyday essentials drawer. I reach for this all the time. This has my daily mascaras. I've got my eyeshadow in Pixie from Wet n Wild that I'm using as my lid base every single day. My MAC Black Track Fluid line that I'm working actively to pan. Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. I love this, and since I'm kind of getting close to the end, I figured I'd go on and pull out my Fergie Take on the Day eyeshadow primer just so that I'm already prepared for the backup. I also have my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. I can't be without this as far as hooded lid situations. I also figured I've been using this NYX Wonder Pencil in my waterline, but I figured that as I pan some of these darker looks, I'm gonna want something really, really bright. So I shopped my stash and I pulled out this NYX just plain white eyeliner that I've had for a while. So I thought with the purple shades in particular, this would really help my waterline to pop and help my eyes to stand out with all the dark shadow that I kind of got coming. And then as far as mascara, I've got this IT Cosmetics lash primer I really, really love. It's kind of comparable to the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. If you've never seen the wand on this, it's insanely tiny, but it really, really works. And then also to the Armani Eyes to Kill, I mistakenly bought the waterproof formula, but I actually have learned to kind of like this, so pleasantly surprised. And then I've got the CoverGirl Plumpify Mascara. I'm just finishing it off. I'm just about at the 3-month mark, so I will be tossing this at the end of the month. And then another Hard Candy Mascara, but this is in bright blue. It really helps your eyes to pop with that gunmetal type shade from the Stila in the light palette. And then also some tweezers, and then just a repressing tool. This came with the Z palettes if I need to repress the shadows. And then also this kind of NYX backup shade in Underneath It All to use for my brows when I'm out of my eyeshadow that I use to fill in my brows. All right, and last we get to my everyday foundation routine. This drawer is like the lowest. I use it every single day. So let's kind of go through what I'm currently using on my face. I've been priming with the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for combination skin. I'm just about done with this. It's an okay primer. It's nothing to write home about, but I'll talk more about this in a Wear or Waitlist it if you are interested in picking this up for yourself. Then I also, I happened to be walking through Walgreens a few weeks ago and I picked up this Wet n Wild Coverall Cream Foundation Fair to Light. It was 50% off, so I figured I better use it before the sucker expires. So this is kind of my current foundation routine. I like it. It's definitely a medium to full coverage foundation, so a little bit goes a long way. You need to be careful with it. I am using it with a dampened beauty blender. And just FYI, this dish that I let it dry on after I washed it, I found at Target in the kitchen section. It's absolutely perfect if you are looking for a place to let your beauty blender dry and not gather a bunch of bacteria. So then as far as a light foundation day, I've been using my IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream, and then I've got a sample that I use on the go when I travel. So these have been really nice. They're great during the summer especially. And then to set it all, I'm currently using the Maybelline Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. It has a brightening effect, but I'm not really sure how I feel about this, because I do feel that no matter how light I go with it, it looks rather heavy on the skin. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted. I haven't been using it long enough to really develop an opinion on it, but so far there are other powders that I prefer over this. Then I thought I would venture into a brow pencil. I'm not particularly fond of this one. This is the Maybelline Brow Define and Fill. I think I got a shade that was too dark for my brows, so back to eyeshadow for me. I don't know. I'm debating about taking this back, so we'll see. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried this and how you feel about it. The powder is what's kind of weird. Like, you unscrew it on this side, and there's powder that comes out on the sponge applicator. It just feels really weird. I don't know. But this is kind of my first experience with a brow pencil in that formula. And then lastly, Holy Grail status. This is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Brightener. I cannot be without this concealer. I have not found anything else that I like just as well as this. So that's pretty much it for my everyday face routine. We'll jump into kind of the skincare and lips. All right, now kind of spanning back over here in this direction. If you're curious about this little container, I actually found this at Target. It is ideal if you want a place to hold your Q-tips. I went on and got the angled Q-tips. They are my favorite by far. I find myself reaching for them all the time. And also too, the Studio 35 exfoliating cleansing rounds that I shared in my January standouts, tips, and shoutouts. This container is literally the perfect size to fit these. So I hadn't realized like how often I would reach for these until I started leaving them out on my vanity, because I use these claws to take off my nail polish, for my toner, for micellar water, whatever. And this has been perfect. So check out your local Targets for this kind of dual cup container. It's perfect for storing all of your everyday kind of necessities, and then it matches with the whole acrylic theme. And then as far as this mirror, I found this at TJ Maxx a few months ago. It's a no muss, no fuss kind of mirror. There's nothing, you know, lighted on it or plugs or any of that. And I figured this mirror is a great size because it is short enough that I don't have to move it around when I'm ready to film with the tripod situation. But also too, it is light enough that I can just lift it up and apply my mascara and eyeliner and all that good stuff. So there we go. All right, and then next we're on to kind of my lip caddy. For the most part, I have the majority of my high-end lipsticks in here. This is not a designated lipstick caddy. It was actually a generic makeup organizer. I'm sorry, I've had it for so long. I have no idea where I purchased it. It has like rectangle slots so you could fit compacts in it, and then there's like the lipstick slots on the sides, but all the compact section I use to go on and put my lipsticks, lip liners, lip glosses in. So in this, I've got a smattering of Kat Von D, Bite Beauty, NARS, Revlon Kissable Balm Stains. I've got Urban Decay lipsticks, Maybelline, MAC is kind of up in front so that I make sure that I use them. And then I've got some Milani over here, and then my liners are spread throughout along with the lipsticks that they kind of match with. So that way I don't have to dig around, and having this caddy on my makeup vanity has made sure that I'm doing a really good job of rotating these lip colors. So I'm glad that I've started doing that, so that way I make sure that nothing sits, and that way I don't have too much sitting in my backup stash just kind of waiting for me to use. And then lastly, behind my lip caddy, I am actually storing kind of my skincare routine. I've got this toner that my husband was really sweet to get me when he was in Prague this past summer. It's by the brand Manufactura, I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. This toner is really, really nice. It's made for sensitive skin. It does kind of have a soapy smell, even though it says it's fragrance free, but so far so good. I really have been enjoying this. It does a nice job after I kind of just want to take off my makeup with coconut oil in the evening. I'll just kind of run this very lightly over my face and then apply a little bit extra coconut oil and I'm good to go. Then in the morning, I've been using my micellar water by Garnier. I'm not a huge fan of this as far as makeup removal, but in the morning it is nice before any makeup application. And then my trusty MAC Fix Plus, I can never be without this. As you can see, I'm almost at the bottom of another one, so yay, back to MAC. Gonna have to repurchase that pretty soon, but so far that is the extent of my kind of skincare routine. And then I'll show you very quickly. I'm not gonna be able to open the drawer very far, but kind of inside my drawer here, I do have some extra things that I'm going through and rotating. I've got my brush roll right here that I got from a Soft Black Star on Etsy. I will link her in the description box below. I have some blushes here and bronzers. I've got my Benefit Hoola, my Hourglass Dim Light that I'm using as my contour. Benefits Bella Bamba, Benefits Dallas, Tarte's Blushing Bride. I've really been loving this lately. My Clinique Cheek Pop and Cola, Benefit Rockateur, MAC MSF and Stereo Rose, and the Maybelline Hot Tamale. I'm going to be back to panning these because I really want to finish this cream blush this summer. Then I went through with my drugstore eyeshadows and I took out all of the aquas and blues that are really pigmented. I went on and depotted them into the Z palette so that I can put these in with my Stila in the light palette. I also took out some extra blue liners, and then as far as, I can't move my tripod back, but as far as back here, I've got the kind of moisturizers I've been back into using. I've got the Rock Multi-Correction 5-in-1 Restoring Night Cream. It smells really good. I can't tell if it's made much of a difference at this point, but we'll see. Then I've also got the Garnier Skin Active Ultra Lift Miracle Wake Up Cream. It smells really good. It feels like a gel, but I haven't been using it long enough to really be able to tell a difference. So I'll keep you posted on that. Then bottle of rubbing alcohol so I can sanitize my makeup or repress it if I need to. My IT Cosmetics Brush Bath. I love this stuff and I use it along with this hair donut to actually scrub my brushes clean. You don't have to buy those expensive like brush wipes or whatever at Sephora. You can literally just use a hair donut. And then kind of a highlighting combo I talked about earlier. I wanted to make sure that I remembered to use this, so I pulled out the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Rose Gold. I'm going to use this on my cheeks. And then I'm going to top it with the MAC blush in Amber Glow. So wanted to make sure that I don't forget about those. And as far as the back of the drawer, I've got some singles and stuff, but my tripod is in the way so I can't show you. But just kind of like Wet n Wild's Brulee. I've got the Ulta Havana Nights, a warm brown from Jane, and my Hourglass Ambient Blush Palette. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this, that you were inspired to shop your stash. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Catch you later.